Welcome everyone to the next episode in our Night Springs series. If you are new, I recommend pausing and watching the introduction video which breaks down the nature of the TV show before proceeding further. With that out of the way, grab some popcorn and let's check out today's episode of Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, What's in a Name? We find an old man standing on an old, rusting, derelict bridge, leaning his bony frame against the cold steel. And though he looks idle, he is hard at work. His young apprentice attends to him, as good apprentices do.
Yes. Coming along nicely. Don't you think, boy?
Yes, Magus.
Sir, we've been getting some complaints. Are you defacing the bridge?
Oh. No, I wouldn't do that.
Sir, I can see the screwdriver in your hand and the scratches on the steel beams. You've been spotted doing this all over town.
Yes. I have been very busy, but I'm no vandal, officer.
Exactly what are you up to, sir?
He's writing his name on the town.
The youngster is correct. I'm writing my name, my whole name, the entire and complete description of my soul on the town. I'm almost done.
Yeah? Well, all I see is an old man tagging public property.
Oh, I should bow down to the wisdom of your years? Words have power, young man. Names and titles especially.
Uh-huh. And, what's your name supposed to be?
Tell him, boy. Tell him while I finish the carving.
Officer, it's...
Say my name, boy. Say it.
It's Night Springs, officer.
But isn't that... that's the name of the town, isn't it?
Yes, it is from now on.
Wait, where'd he go? Hey, where is he?
Oh, officer. You know where he is, and what he is, don't you? I think you should get in your car and drive away, and remember which town you're serving. Your will be done, Magus.
Ah, yes. There are too many little towns to count, all of them with some little magic of their own. But some towns have more personality than others, and none more so than Night Springs.
What's in the Name is another episode that did not make it into the original version of the game. A pity too, because out of every episode so far, it touches upon the lore of Night Springs itself. Before getting into the plot, let's fixate on the narrator's words. So many phrases imply that something greater is happening here. Magic that operates the hidden machinery of reality itself, the esoteric rules of this setting. While we have a general idea of how Night Springs functions, this vandal seems to know more. In addition, he appears to actively manipulate it. The narrator refers to him as a member of an Eldritch Brotherhood, confirming that this is not a common vandal, but something otherworldly, an entity existing beyond understanding. The apprentice gives him another name, Magus, a title once bestowed upon the priestly class of ancient Persia. It is now more commonly used to refer to a practitioner of magic, a magician. In the episode, this entity has been carving his name all over town. A law enforcement officer approaches him after receiving a call that someone is defacing public property. During the exchange, an interesting statement about the importance of names and titles is had.
Words have power, young man. Names and titles especially.
While most names are given without much thought, they all have deeper meanings, such as Alfred meaning Elf Council, or Ariel meaning Lion of God. Names define the nature of a thing, a fingerprint of their essence. The episode title, What's in a Name, specifically asks the question about the nature of names and their effect on the world. The final name attributed to the Elder here is Night Springs. The man appears to be the embodiment of the town itself. All of the oddities, reality-bending aspects, and stories that play out here are within his domain. The Magus in the scene is writing his name, Night Springs, onto the town, tagging it with his own identity, the essence of what he is. In a way, he is claiming this area as his own. The ramifications of this act are not clear, but the feeling I get is that this is how a town is converted into Night Springs, how the town itself is manifested when this entity lays claim over the space. After completing his work on the bridge, the man vanishes into thin air. The apprentice confirms that this town is now Night Springs. Here are his exact words.
It's Night Springs, officer.
But isn't that... that's the name of the town, isn't it?
Yes, it is from now on.
Implying that before it was something else. We have never looked at the process of manifesting Night Springs into the world. We have simply accepted that when a story is ready, it plays out. The biggest question from this episode is whether or not this is an accurate portrayal of how the town manifests. Does the essence of Night Springs take human form and prepare the town for its coming, overwriting the reality with its own presence, by tagging his name upon the physical location? The cop's behavior after the Magus vanished is interesting. He is told by the apprentice that he now serves Night Springs, that he should just get into his car and leave. Immediately, the man stops all conversation and follows orders, turning to get back into his squad car and drive away, almost as though his free will had vanished, almost as though he began to follow the script that was given to him. The story had now begun. During the conversation between the Magus and the cop, we get the impression that this entity is far older than the mortal man, similar to how the Dark Presence stated that it is far older than Alan. This may suggest the presence of another entity in the Remedy setting, but he may not be the only one. The narrator calls him a member of a brotherhood, stating clearly that there are more. But who are the others? Are they simply other towns with personality, as the narrator puts it? Is Night Springs associated with entities from the Dark Place? In American Nightmare, the manuscripts confirm there is a pantheon of eldritch entities that exist here. Is Night Springs only one of them? Or does it belong to a brotherhood that exists outside of the Dark Place, on a tier of reality in the Remedy setting we have not seen yet? We seem to be getting no answers for now, but with Alan Wake 2 only 5 weeks away, we may be getting more information. One of the planned DLCs is called Night Springs. While this concludes the first season of my Night Springs analysis, I fully expect there to be more episodes to find in the sequel. If there is, you can expect a Season 2 to proceed. That being said, there are other things to discuss for the content we already have, such as the fact that American Nightmare is itself just an episode of Night Springs, the fact that Samantha Wells was watching an episode that directly paralleled her own personal experience, the fact that Alan Wake wrote an episode which is the backstory of the Hiss invasion, or the mystery surrounding the narrator himself, as he appears to have gone missing after the show went off the air. While we do not have full episodes for each of these, I am more than happy to try my hand at going through them in the future. Let me know in the comments below if this is something you'd all be interested in seeing. I'll see you all after Alan Wake 2. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe to receive updates on future uploads. If you would like to help support the channel, a Patreon has been set up and the link is in the description below. Have a great day and peace be with you all.